Welcome back to my studio. I'm Bea Group and I love to inspire you. It is all about art journaling, painting, collage, assemblages and anything else that sparks my interest. So enjoy! Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here again today. It is the last episode for the video hop Let Us Start with Art. For those who don't know about, we did have every first Friday on the month a video hop about art, things you can hang on the wall. Basically, that's what it is. Basically, no art journals, no tags, no postcards, nothing like that, which I do also, so don't get me wrong here. Anyway, it's going to be the last one, but no worries, there are other video collaborations coming up. I joined just recently another one, and I did put up one, you're going to see it between Christmas and New Year, about faces, so just in smaller groups. Anyway, I have it too. I've done it too, I have to admit. I did buy art supplies. I was very eager, oh, those nice colors, I need those, and then I didn't do anything with them. So today it is the day. I'm gonna pull out my oil bars. What are oil bars? Well, they are basically oil paint in a stick form. So there are the pigment, the oil, but additionally there is some wax involved with those paints. I'm not an oil painter per se. I don't like those additives you need, the smell of it. It's just not my thing, but I can handle the oil bar sticks, and I decided it's time to use them. So I did experiment a little bit, as you can see here, on some heavy watercolor paper, and that's what I'm gonna do for today. Now, I hope you enjoy the videos. I'm gonna switch camera and then I'm gonna start working. Okay, here we are. Now, when I did buy those oil sticks, I didn't think about buying white or black, so I don't have any white and black. The nearest thing to white is actually this colorless blender. They are mostly from the Shiva paint sticks. I have a little bit of sennelier, the one large and some small senneliers. So yeah, so I was a little bit, I had a little bit of a challenge, that's what I want to say. No black and white, how am I going to do that with just one color and then black and white? So I had to come up with the solution. And the good thing with oil sticks, you can put it over acrylic paint and you can put it over gesso. In fact, it is better if you gesso your surface, whatever you use as a substrate, with a little bit of gesso, so that the sticks have some tooth to grab on. So that's what I did here. I started adding some, just for fun, I added some pieces of vintage paper, and then I have a first layer of white gesso, and I made sure that I have some texture. As I said, I want the texture though, so that the oil sticks can grab a little bit. And then I actually used the stencil to add some blobs, patches. That's what I called my stencil. It's one of my stencil, obviously. And I used the black gesso. Now I like to work with the spatula sometimes, especially if I want a lot of texture. I don't use the sponges like usually. So I just add some gesso and make sure that I have a rather high application. So I don't scrape it back, but I fill it in. So then when I pick it up, I don't know whether the camera can see it, but it is, I put it up a little bit, let's see, can you see it? There's quite a bit of texture on it. Now, obviously, because there is a lot of gesso on it, it needs a little bit time to dry. But through the magic of video, I have it already dry and filled out. Now, oil bars are sticky. That's why I'm gonna use some gloves. And I'm gonna have some tools which I'm gonna work with, those spatulas, but I also gonna have a scratchy tool. And I do have somewhere, where did I put it? Here it is. And Chinamarker, which are oil-based too. So I'm gonna use gloves to work with. It makes cleanup much easier. I do see a lot of people just using their fingers to blend. Personally, I wouldn't do that. Just saying. Okay, and I do collect all my pieces here. Now, there is a thing about oil bars which I have to tell you right away. I was planning on using those again. And maybe not the light blue, no. Now the thing with those oil bars is they get a skin as soon as you let them dry, as soon as you don't use them no longer. You have to rub off the skin they build, and the longer you let them out, the thicker the skin is gonna be, obviously. So that's what I'm gonna do right away now. Just making sure that all the skins are off. You can sort of peel it. That's what I have in here already. So I'm gonna peel off all those pieces so that I have access to the actual paint. Okay. Now that's all I need for the moment. I'm gonna start off with some mark making, and I do that very often. Section off some parts of my papers. I wanted the same size I had before. Just doing mark making without thinking about too much. It's just fun at the moment. I'm not sure what's gonna show off on or what not. It's just to get me started. Okay. Now let's add some white areas first. I did get up. I do it while standing. It seems to be much easier than doing while sitting down at the table. Now this time I'm gonna use the spatula and gonna smear it around. Now if you start scratching, you're gonna reveal some of the gesso. And mark making again. Now the good thing is you can build up layers. That's maybe not with the blender, that wasn't a good idea. But I really want more white. Where is my white? Here it is. I think that is it for the oil paint. The thing with those oil paint sticks, they take quite a bit to dry. The image I showed you at the beginning isn't dry yet, so it can take up from 3 days to 3 weeks depending on how thick it is. And the other thing is cleaning. I actually use baby wipe to start with it. Somehow it seems to work pretty well. So I'm gonna make me a little bit room and then I'm gonna show you the end result. Just real quick, I use a baby wipe and get off most of it. Don't know exactly what is in the baby wipes, but it works. Okay, here we are with 4 new paintings. Actually 5 with the other one. Anyway, I'm gonna do the other 4s off camera too, so just in case you're interested in either buying or just taking a look at it, as soon as I have also the other 4s which I have started preparing, I will put up a little blog about those paintings, and maybe they even end up in the shop, we'll see. But I have to wait before I can do anything with it. It has to be dry to the touch, which it isn't at all at the moment. It's still sticky when I touch it, but I won't touch it with my clean fingers right now. Just saying. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to go down below in the description. You will find all the links to the others who are participating in this video. I hope you have a good time till the end of the year, and I hope I see you soon somewhere else on the internet. Take care. Bye.